What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're drawing Sylvester the cat from Space Jam 2. For today's lesson we're using a soft black 8B pencil. I use a side grip using the flat edge of our pencil. Let's start at the very top of our page and sketch out a circle. Starting right in the middle. So go all the way around very lightly towards the bottom. And then bring that back up towards the top. Now from here I'm going to add a couple guidelines along the top and bottom of that circle. So I'm going to start right in the middle. Just going to extend this out towards the left and right side. And we'll do the same thing along the bottom. Let's add another guideline coming down the center of our page. Starting from the top of that circle. Just going to bring this all the way down towards the bottom. Right about there. And then we'll extend this up towards the top. Now with these guidelines in place, we're going to start blocking out the head. Let's start from the top of that circle and sketch an oval for the nose going around and then back up towards the top. Let's add in the mouth. From the bottom of that oval, we'll step down, curve this down, and up on the left and right side. Let's add a smaller curve around the side of the mouth, going out and then in. And then from the top, we'll curve this up and out towards the sides. Now from here, we're going to loosely block in the fur around the cheeks. Let's start from the left side of the nose. I'm going to curve this up and then bend that down towards that bottom line. And then we'll curve the fur coming back in towards the side of the neck. Let's start on the left. And bring this up, and then just bend that down. Now we're going to move up and draw two long ovals for the eyes, leaving a gap in the center. Let's go to the left side. I'm just going to curve this up towards the top of the eye, round this out, and then bring that back down. And now I'm going to push the pupils towards the inside of the eye. Let's start on the left, draw another oval, going up, and then back in. And then we'll lightly shade the inside of those pupils. Now you want to slope down the side of the head. Starting from the side of the eye, curve this down and then out on top of the cheeks. And then from the left side, we're just going to curve the head going up in the middle, and then bring that back down on the right. Now you want to place the ears on top of the head, leaving a gap in the center. Let's start on the left, angle up and out. And do the same thing on the right. And then we'll curve the side of the ear, going out, around, and then back in. Now from here we're going to move down and draw the outside shape of the body. Starting from the left side of the neck, I'm just going to curve this out, round out the body, and then pull that back in towards the middle. And we'll take that same shape and flip it over on the right. Curving out, come down, and then in. Let's round out the shoulders. Starting from the base of the neck, we're going to draw a half circle, going out, and then in. Now you want to bring the arms coming down and in front of the body. Let's start from the bottom of the shoulder. Just going to curve this out and then down towards the elbow. And do the same thing on the right. And they'll bring the forearms coming back in towards the side of the body. Coming down and in. Now you want to place the hands on top of the body. So starting from the wrist, we're going to start with the thumb with a half circle, coming in and then back out. And we'll close off the bottom with a bracket, coming down and in. Let's curl around the first finger, starting from the bottom of the thumb, come in, just bend that around that bracket. Do the the same thing on the right. Let's add a smaller finger in between. We step down, curve out, and then up with a short line. Now we want to go a little bit bigger with the third finger going up towards the wrist. So we're going to start at the bottom, come down, round out the hand, and just pull that up towards the outside of the wrist. Now with the hands in place, we're going to go back up to the shoulders and draw the outside of the arm. Let's start from the top of the shoulder on the left, curve the arm going out, then down towards the elbow, towards the same height we have on the inside. And we'll curve this down and in towards the outside of the wrist. Now with the body in place, let's move down and draw on the legs. We're going to start right in the middle, start with a straight line coming down towards the heels. And then we'll round out the bottom of the feet. Start with the left side, curving down and then up. Let's block in the top of the feet. We'll start on the left side, curve the foot going up. Just going to round this out and then pull that back down towards the heel. Now we're going to line up the outside of the leg with the side of the body. So we're going to stretch this line coming down, just past the hand. And we'll curve the leg coming down and in on top of the foot. And now we're going to bring the tail coming out from the left side. Let's start from the left hip, curve the tail coming down and out, and then bend the tail coming back in. Let's add some thickness to the tail. Starting from the tip, we're just going to taper this around and down towards the bottom. And just pull that across towards the side of the leg. Once we're happy with the basic shape of our character, we're going to go in and lightly erase some of these guidelines. Now in this next step, we're going to add a second level of detail. Let's start with the fur around the cheeks. Starting on the left side, just going to curve this out and then down. And then we're going to add a point, curving up and back in. Let's do the same thing on the right. Going out and then down, and then pull that back in towards the side. And we're also going to add a point along the bottom. Stepping in, curve out and down, pull this up and in. And now we're going to add that patch across the center of the body. Starting from the base of the neck, come straight down, then that out. We're going to follow the same curve of the body, coming down in behind the hand. Let's close off the bottom. Starting from the index finger, curve down in the middle, and then back up. Let's add some fur across the wrist. Starting from the left side, curve up and in, go down and out. Just pull that in towards the inside of the wrist. Now we want to move back down and separate out the toes. We're going to start on the left side, curve the first toe, going around, and then bending that in. And then from the outside, curve the second toe, going out and back in. Let's round out the inside of the foot, coming in towards the leg, and then back out. And we'll add a seam across the ankle, starting from the outside, curve down, and then back up in the center. We're also going to separate the fur across the center of the tail, starting at the top, come down and in, add a point on the outside. Let's do that one more time. Coming in, out, and then back in. Now once we're happy with the general look of our character, we're going to go in with the tip of our pencil and start tracing out the contours. Let's start with the nose. Starting from the very top, we're going to be adjusting the shape as we go and adding a little bit more detail. Now we're going to go in with the side edge of our pencil and add a darker shade to the dark areas of the character. And as we get near the end of our drawing, I'm going to tighten up my shadows and add a little bit more detail, and that's pretty much it. There's our sketch illustration of Sylvester the cat. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.